Mel, you got 6:30 on your clock?
Yes, 6:30 it is.
All righty. It is 6:30 on October the 7th, and we will bring the city council meeting for the city of Choteau to order. In front of you tonight, we're doing this by Zoom. So in front of you tonight, you have the approval of the minutes from the city council meeting of September 15th, 2020.
I move we approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve by Councilman Major, a second by Councilman D. Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Welcome back from hunting camp, Councilman Howard. Anybody going to be out of state? Doesn't sound like it. So, okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
I might run over and watch grandson's football game in Idaho.
Oh, okay. I drive.
I'm
It's
gonna.
running. Okay. So let me know if you're heading out.
All right.
He's not old enough to play football, is he?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Unfinished business on the agenda. We have none in front of us, which takes
Point
us.
of order.
Yep.
Do we need to make an approval for that for Councilman Howard?
He's not going anywhere yet.
Okay.
Doesn't know if he's going. So we could authorize him not to go or to go, but if he decides to go, I will let you know. We'd still have a quorum in the event something happened.
Be on a Friday, be back Sunday.
Yep.
And that's a good question. I don't know how I would deal with that, and I will do some research on that, to tell you the truth.
I think in the past we've just given the okay, and then if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Unfinished business, there is none. New business tonight, vote on task order number 1, amendment 3. Task order number 1 is our task order with Great West Engineering, and this is for doing our water system improvements. This task order will allow them to update our rural development application to include new improvements that were identified in our 2020 water PER. And it will get us back on track with rural development now that we've gotten all of our roadblocks out of our way for funding with RD. We received our letter from the Little Shell Tribe yesterday, and it's been passed up to rural development, to Great West, and to Melody, who has it. So we are back on track to have these guys have rural development come on board with some funding opportunities if we're so successful.
So if I can ask Mr. Mayor.
Yep.
The letter from the Little Shell Tribe, can you sum it up for us?
They apologized for doing what they did, thanked us for reaching out, and once they understood that it was pre-excavated ground, they had no concerns.
Okay. Well, then I move that we approve the, it's not an amendment. What is it?
It's a task order. It is an
number
amendment.
1.
Task
It is
order
an amendment.
number 1, amendment 3.
I move we approve that task order with amendment number 3.
Second.
I'll second.
I have a second from Councilman Merja and any other discussion on this one? Questions, Mel? Nope. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And hearing none, that task order amendment with 3 will pass, and we'll get that taken care of tomorrow as well. Item 2, vote on task order number 3, amendment 2. This is on our wastewater side, and this is to have them complete for us a FEMA brick funding application. So Federal Emergency Management Association grant, and it's through the BRIC program, which is Building Resilient Infrastructures and Communities. And this is another funding source that would be available to us. It's one that would benefit us greatly if we were successful in receiving this. And literally could bring us down to $150,000 loan rather than anything more on that project. So this one will have it done and it will be up and out the door. But this was not considered in our original PER, so that's why we have to do this.
I would move task order number 3, amendment 2.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilman D and a second from Councilman Major. I
Or
mean,
no, that was
Merja.
Merja.
Berja, yep. Any other questions on this one?
No.
No, I'm excited. I know it's when I talked to Jody, it was a little bit of a slim shot, but I think it's worth pursuing.
Yeah, if
Do
we
agree.
can,
Yes.
yep. If we can
To-
get it at all, people are always happy when we save them money.
Yes, exactly. So those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Item 3 would be voting on resolution 863 to authorize the community development block grant application submittal. This is a CDBG grant to provide the city of Choteau with funding to complete a growth study and a growth policy and zoning regulations for the city of Choteau.
I would move resolution number 863.
I have a motion to approve from Councilman D. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
I have a second from Councilman Major.
So
Uh,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Councilman Merja.
Sorry. Is growth policy something that we've got to update every so often, Jody?
10 years.
We have to update this every 5 years,
5 years.
5 years. Okay.
and it's time.
Yeah. I thought we had done a couple of these since I had been on the council, and so that was, and it'd been long enough that I couldn't remember if it was something we had to do or, Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mr. Mayor, Jody, is this separate from the county planning grants or planning process? It's a separate document?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
This, we have our own. We have
Okay.
our own growth policy. So we also work with the county. We use some of their information, but we actually have our own. We don't just use theirs.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
It does mirror it quite a bit, but as Jody said, there are some nuances that it
Mhm.
address an incorporated municipality compared to just being the county. So,
Thank you.
okay. Any other questions on CDB grant application, resolution 863?
I would call the question.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That resolution is passed and we'll deal with that tomorrow as well. The claims, you have your claims in front of you, your
Yep.
email packets.
Yep.
Any questions or concerns on these?
Didn't see any.
Jody,
Motion to
where are
pay
we
the
at on
bills.
claims? Are we gonna have more to add on our meeting on the 20th?
I don't think so. I think we actually ended up getting them all in this time.
Okay.
There may be a surprise. I don't know, but it looked pretty good.
A surprise in city government? That's
I
allowable.
know.
Okay. Any questions on the claims?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the claims.
I have a
Second.
motion from D to Councilman D to approve and a second from Councilman Merja. Any other discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Before we move on to public comment, let you guys know that we have received the notice of filing to the Supreme Court on the Bumgarner retaining wall, and that process is in its works. We're also in the process here at City Hall of putting together our paperwork for the court to have the wall taken down. The processes will probably be working simultaneously, so we'll see how this all plays out in the long run. There's also a copy of the letter from the Little Shell Tribe is here, and I will have that in my mayoral correspondence at the next meeting. A letter from Senator Tester congratulating Choteau on being a member of the Tree City USA as recognized by the Arbor Day organization. And I received a letter from the Department of Air Force, Headquarters of Air Force Global Strike Command, wanting us to weigh in on their plans to do some work with Minuteman, 3 missile sites decommissioning, and some upgrades around here on the environmental impact statement. Believe it or not, I've actually been looking into this and I'll go through it. I don't see where it's going to hurt Choteau. I think it'll actually help Choteau because it's going to bring contractors and more military people through the community. So at this point, we'll talk about it on the 20th as well, but that's where I'm at here. Councilman Major and Howard, I will be emailing you some information on a gentleman in your ward that asked me some questions, and I'd like some advice from you guys as we move forward. Other than that, if there's any public comment tonight, we're open for it. Phyllis,
Nope.
Levi,
The only comment I got is the city is doing great work.
and we had a very good day today. Found a water leak over by Levi's house. As a matter of fact, you can't believe the amount of water coming out of that little crack. There's pictures of it out on Facebook. We're doing our best to keep our Facebook page updated.
I would note on that that we are now at a verified Facebook page. So
We are.
official, verified with Facebook, authoritative kind of thing. So it's pretty rare. So it's pretty cool to have.
We're legit. So with that, I would ask for anybody, got anything else for the good of the order?
Move to adjourn.
We will adjourn. Our next meeting will be October 14th. No, October 20th.
20th.
And we will probably be Zooming again due to the masks and social distancing issues.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank you, Mr.
everybody.
Mayor.
Go enjoy your
Thank
football
you.
game. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.